You're listening to the Marilu Henner Show. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Marilu Show. Now, here's Marilu.
Oh my gosh, brains, beauty, the longest eyelashes I've ever seen in my entire life. Super talented, only 13. I cannot believe it. You are adorable. Featured today on our Voice of the Future, please give a warm Marilu Henner Show welcome to Hailey Soul from Wet Hot American Summer, first day of camp.
This is the beginning of a revolution. Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh. I'm gonna be the voice of our generation.
The voice of our future.
Thinking these lame music choices.
That was so last year.
Guys.
All right, what music do you like to listen to?
I'm not really picky, honestly. I listen to whatever's coming out, whatever's new. Everything that comes out on the radio, I just listen to.
You just listen to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but you sing and dance, right?
Slightly. I mean, I do, but I just don't like to in front of people. I'm fine with acting. I just don't like to sing and dance in front of people.
That's so funny. But you wanted to be an actress at a very, very young age, right?
Yes. Since I've been able to speak, I remember wanting to have my friends come over and do little skits with our stuffed animals and just perform in front of our parents and stuff.
Oh, and your mom is here today. So did you feel like did you know that she wanted to be an actress at a very early age?
Yes, she actually used to direct her mom and dad and give us our words to say and tell us what to do.
Do you have other kids?
No, I only have one.
So I remember I'd have them set up, and then I'd have my stuffed animals, and I'd have all these different roles, and I'd be like, you guys have to remember your lines, and then we'd go through the scene, and I'd be like, why can't you remember your lines? And I get so upset because I just couldn't remember the lines, and I was like, I guess that's when they knew that I just loved to act and perform for people.
And how old were you at this point?
I was like, what? Two, 3. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh, that's so adorable. And you had, what a resume you have. Unbelievable. Criminal Minds and private practice. So many great things. Harry's Law, Parks and Recreation, Franklin Bash, The Middle. So you're just one of these. All right. So I've got to hear the story. So you hear that you're this little girl growing up in Dallas. You say, enough with the stuffed animals. I want some real co-stars like Joe Montana and people like that. So did you just say, parents, we're going to L.A.? What happened?
Well, I knew that I really didn't like sports. I like to perform a little bit more than play sports at the time. So I remember my parents, they just heard about this acting workshop, and they're like, maybe we should just put her in that. So I tried it. I'm sure they weren't.
Was this in Dallas?
Yes,
in Dallas. Uh-huh.
I'm sure they weren't expecting me to love it that much. There were actually agencies there that liked me, and they called me out to California, and I booked my first role.
At what age?
7, yes.
At 7,
Yeah.
Wow. And what was your first job?
Private practice, actually.
Oh, my gosh. So you hit the big time immediately.
Oh, yeah. And it exploded from there, and I just knew I loved it so much.
Wow. So now what about schooling? Are you in school?
Yes, I am.
But do you go to regular type school, or you go...
I go to a regular school.
Mm-hmm. Here in L.A.?
Yes.
You live in L.A. now,
yeah,
right?
We're permanently here now.
Yeah.
And I go to a regular school here, and when an audition comes up, my teachers are, super supportive, and they're totally fine with it. They'll just give me my homework. I go in the audition, they, tell me good luck. They don't even care if I miss, and then they help me, and it's just, it's an awesome school, and I love being able to do that.
And then, we do this thing on the show called Backstage Pass, where we kind of peel back the curtain of show business and explain how things go on behind the scenes.
Okay.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that kids can have a very normal school career, but then they have on-set tutors.
Yes, they do.
On-set tutors. So people, and how many hours? It's like 3 to 4. Well, no, 3. You're older though, right? So,
Well, no, it's 3. And then I think when you get to 18, then you don't have to do that anymore.
Sure.
But up until you're 18, you have to have at least 3 hours of school. But you can do more than that if you have extra work. They let you do as much as you can.
You can bank time, too,
can't you? Yeah, you can bank time so that the next day you don't have to do as much and that you get to work more.
Yeah, because let's say that you have a very big emotional episode. Let's say you're a kid on a running sitcom or a drama, and your episode is light that week. You could probably have, you don't have that many lines that week. So
they'll probably have you do 6 hours of work that day so that the next week you can go in and you can film the whole day and not have to worry about having the stress of going back into school. You can just focus and be in the moment of your scene.
Right. Do you? And you're 13, so you're probably in 7th or 8th grade, right?
Going into 9th grade actually.
Oh, so you've.
Well, I'm a year young for my grade.
You've like doubled up the time. I mean, you've like skipped a grade.
Well, not necessarily. I barely made the cutoff, but I'm still the same age as everyone. I'm just like a month later, so I'm a little bit younger than everyone.
I see. Oh, that's so cool. So now you're this very talented, beautiful, crazy long eyelashes. The first thing I asked you was, are those real? Because
yes, of course.
Does she wear, false eyelashes?
No,
they're totally real. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Everybody comments on that.
Oh yeah, people are like, "Oh, I want your eyelashes." I'm like, "No, you can't have them. They're mine. I'm sorry."
Okay, so now you worked with somebody I know well, Joe Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about him a little bit.
Oh, he's one of the nicest guys. Like I mentioned earlier, actually, he would sit with the crew every single day at lunch. He wouldn't go to his trailer and sit by himself. Every single day since the show started, he would sit with the crew and talk with them at lunch. And, I think that's really cool because not a lot of actors do that. They have their own little alone time, but he really engages with everyone and he connects with everyone. And
he's a great guy.
Nice.
We know him. Lauren and I know him from Chicago. That he's like a Chicago guy, and he has that whole Chicago.
Well, he has the taste of Chicago, the restaurants here in L.A.
Yeah, here in L.A. Have you been to that? Did you ever talk to you? Oh, I just wondered. Do they have a taste of Texas? Taste of Dallas restaurant or anything?
I've heard of that, but I've never been to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now let's talk about your new show.
Okay.
This is crazy. Wet Hot American Summer, first day of camp.
Yes.
It starts July 31st on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. And how many episodes are there?
There are 8.
8. And you shot them all?
Yes, I was in all of them.
And tell us about the character you play.
Well, for people that actually don't know, this show is actually based off of, it's a prequel to the original movie, which was based on the last day of camp in the summer of 1981. Mm-hmm. And now we're bringing it back. We're bringing back all these same big names that were here, like Amy Poehler, Molly Shannon, Bradley Cooper, Paul Rudd. I could just go on
John
and on.
Hamm.
Yes. Yes.
That's great. So did you get to meet everybody?
Yeah, I did. They were all really nice.
Who was the nicest?
Oh, geez, that's hard.
They were
all really nice.
All really nice. Okay, who were you most excited to meet of the group?
I worked with Amy Poehler before, and she was a lot of fun. And I was really excited to see her again because I worked with her on Parks and Recreation. She was a lot of fun.
And did she recognize you? Did she say, "Oh my gosh,
actually
you're so much
get
bigger"?
A chance to meet her because she was not in California while we were shooting. She actually filmed the week after. Because she was filming. I think she was working on something else.
Yeah. So who did you get to meet? Anybody?
Yeah, I got to meet Janine Garofalo. I think Marguerite Moore, Zach Orth, Michael Showalter. I got to meet a lot of people. It was a lot of fun.
And what's the character like that you play?
As I was saying, now we're bringing it back, and now it's based on today. This show is based on the first day of camp.
Sure.
So you're going to get to see a lot of backstories and a lot of different things play out. And I play Amy. She's one of the new campers on the show, and I really like her. She's relatable. She tries to be friends with everyone, and I just really like her.
Now, did you audition for the part?
Yes, I did.
So you read the script. Okay, you're going to stick around because you're going to tell us about how you got the audition and was there another part you thought you could play better, and what are you looking for in the future, and some good advice for young actors, young people who want to go into show business, and what would you tell? And we'll hear from Mom as well. Okay, so the show is called Wet Hot American Summer, first day of camp. It's premieres on Netflix, 8 episodes, July 31st. More with Hailey Soul. You are listening to the Marilu Henner Show. I'm Marilu.
Keep your summer going strong with great savings right now at Lowe's. Like $30 off select Project Source vanities, now only $39. Plus save up to $20 off select paint and primer, stain and sealant, and resurfacers. Don't miss out on summer's biggest savings at Lowe's. Lowe's, never stop improving. Vanity offer valid 7/22 through 8/4. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Paint offer valid 7/22 through 8/17. Valid on 114 through 640 fluid ounce containers only. See store Lowe's.com for details and exclusions. U.S. only.
Come celebrate new Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with a chance to upgrade your drive when you fill up at Shell. Introducing the 100 BMWs in 100 Day Sweepstakes. Swipe your Fuel Rewards card to enter to win a BMW 320i. Don't have a card? Get one free at participating Shell stations or visit fuelrewards.com/win. Offer ends September 8, 2015. No purchase necessary. See official rules at shell.us/win. Void in Maryland, New Jersey, and Virginia where prohibited by law.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
What are you listening to?
Have you tried the Marilu Henner 24/7 listen line? It's easy. Just punch in 605-477-3714. No apps, no data, no internet needed.
And no extra cost if you have unlimited minutes.
Call now, 605-477-3714. Now you can listen to Marilu Henner when you want. Bookmark the Marilu Henner 24/7 listen line number today, 605-477-3714. Got it? Call 605-477-3714.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while. Even very smart, very accomplished people. It's part of being human. A quote taken out of context, a legal problem, an unfortunate photograph. Once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash because people love to dig up dirt, even when it's not real dirt. Put it to rest. Call for a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. Businesses, public figures, and professionals turn to Reputation.com for good reason. We protect your online image by helping make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Learn more about what the experts at Reputation.com can do for you. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
She's the one person who'll never forget your birthday. Here's Marilu Henner.
Okay, in case you just joined us, we've got a voice of the future superstar. I mean, already, I shouldn't even say future. She's already arrived. She's in the new show, a movie called Wet Hot American Summer, First Day of Camp. It premieres July 31st on Netflix. That's so. It's amazing the delivery systems now that we have, isn't it?
Yeah,
like it's not just television. And
crazy.
This way, you can get the great co-stars you have. Everyone from Amy Poehler to John Hamm, Bradley Cooper. They're all in it. Molly Shannon, and you know they're like in and out, and that's how it gets done these days.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's great. All right. So you've done so many wonderful pieces. And I asked you if you ever did anything really dramatic, because I know this is a comedy. You know,
yes, it definitely is.
Comedy. So do you, and the most dramatic thing you've ever done was probably Criminal Minds,
yes,
right?
It definitely was the most dramatic one I've had to do so far.
Was there anything that you felt like was your character in jeopardy?
During the episode, me and my best friend were talking to a guy online that we thought was our age, but he actually wasn't.
Oh.
And it turned out we got into a little bit of trouble, and we ended up getting kidnapped. So, yes, my character definitely was in jeopardy.
How do you feel about doing dramatic work? You know, playing a kid your age, because you're not going to not play a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old or whatever you were at the time. And then to do something really, you know, kind of scary and different. Did you find it more difficult to do something like that?
Well, it's definitely difficult, but I look at it as sort of like a challenge, and I look at it as exciting. You know, I'm always up for a new challenge, and I'm always up for doing something new, and I just loved it, and I was really excited to, you know, it's a good learning experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was definitely a lot of fun. I love both drama acting and comedy. You know, they're both just so different. There's so many aspects to them that I couldn't pick which one would be my favorite, because they're both just so interesting.
Now, have you ever been, and I have to ask your mom this, was there ever material that you read and you thought, this should be over her head? I don't think that she, you know, should play this part. Some audition or something?
Yes, and we've had to turn them down.
Yeah. I mean, so was it because they were of a violent nature, sexual nature, things like that?
All of the above. And the agents and her manager is very good at saying, please read the script. And even the casting directors are very good at saying, please read the script and let us know if this is a content that you're wanting to send.
Right. Would you have wanted to play that character on Mad Men, the daughter, Sally? Would that have been like something too much? You never saw it.
No, I actually haven't.
Okay. Yeah, you probably were not even aware of it. I just wondered. All right. So what advice would you give to somebody who is starting out? They're listening to your interview today. They know you're 13. They've probably seen you on Private Practice. They're probably going to watch you on Netflix. What would you say to people just starting out?
You know, I'd say, definitely go for it and don't give up. There's so many... Like I said, there's so many different aspects that go into an auditioning process, you know? Mm-hmm. There's a certain look, a certain height, a certain way that you connect with the other characters. You know, there's so many things that go into it. You could be the best actress, but you're not the look that they're looking for. So, you know, it just might not work out. And there's so many things that you can't control. So I'd say definitely don't give up on yourself and keep going, because, I mean, every actor that's in this Netflix series, they're all basically famous. Yeah. And do you think that they didn't have a point in their lives where they didn't book anything? No. Like, of course they went through a hard time, but look where they are now. So I would definitely just say keep going for it and keep trying. You should teach a class to adult actors, too, because I think a lot of them, you know, people get so discouraged, and you feel like, oh, my gosh, it's such a tough business if you're going to take it really is. Yeah, it's, you know, you have to, like, check your ego at the door. Also, you can't take anything personally, you know, because you might look like somebody that the person casting doesn't like, or, you know, you remind them of somebody or whatever. There's so many reasons why you get a job and so many reasons why you don't get a job, and that's why, and it's so objective. It's so subjective, I mean. Once the story that I think my manager told me that, you know, you can't control it. There was actually once a guy, she was sitting in an audition, and there was once a guy, and it was for director and producer. He came in the first time. They loved him. They wanted him. He came in the second time. He wore a different pair of socks, and the director said that character would have never wore that color of socks, so I don't like him anymore. Like, you literally, it's so insane. You literally cannot control anything that's... Do you have any audition stories, or do you have, like, any audition strategies? Like, if they liked you the first time, you wear that same outfit again so that they, you know, because people... Yes, you definitely wear the same outfit. Yes, you definitely wear the same outfit. In fact, or if you've worn it too many times, then you have to, you know, because you're calling back, they're calling you back and calling you back. You wear something like the first outfit. Yeah, well, so they like you for a certain, you know, they like you for a certain reason. They liked you how you looked the first time. You don't want to go in the second time and look completely different and have a different, you know, style. Vibe or something. Yeah. Okay, now, Mom, what do you feel about any advice to parents whose kids are interested in doing this? Yeah, you know, the thing is that you have to be patient. Mm-hmm. You have to really support your child. Right. And find their gifts. And if they're gifted and passionate about acting, I think you should really cultivate that. Mm-hmm. You know, just
talk to them, constantly talk to them and let them know, because so many kids, I think, do get down when they don't get auditions. And if they look at it like a sport, then I think it's more manageable. And then also if you keep them busy in other activities.
Sure. So it's not, every job isn't like, a must-have.
Yeah,
we have to get this. You know, and it's terrible. I mean, my ex-husband directed so many kids in commercials, and he'd say these parents would come in, and he could feel like the parents were like crazy, like the child was living for them, you know, living their dream, and there was just such a must-have on every single thing.
Like, they make the anxiety so crazy on these kids. And like my mom said, you know, treat it like a sport. Go to school, have a regular life.
Right.
And some people have practice after school, but, you know, we have auditions after school, and we film on the weekends instead of go to tournaments. Like, just treat it like that. Don't treat it like it's something that you have to live off of, because that makes it not fun. But
and you have to have a good attitude to be in this business.
And there's going to be another audition right around the corner.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's not like the last one in the world.
Sure. Yeah. So what would your dream be? To get on a television series? To do movies? Do Broadway? What do you like?
Anything, you know, like, I love really acting, just in plain acting.
Just plain acting. None of singing, dancing.
Not as much, but, you know, I'd love to be able to do a movie. That would be so much fun to be able to just work on it. And I'd really love to do any movie based off of a book written by John Green, because I love his books. You know, he's an excellent author, and he has like these heart-wrenching stories that just get to you, and I love them so much. And
who are your movie idols? What actresses from television or movies, actors? Who do you feel like, I would love to have their career?
Jennifer Lawrence is one, because she's she's just so cool, you know, like I'll see these interviews and she's just so comfortable and confident, and she's totally herself.
Right.
And I think that's really important, because you can't be someone else in this industry. You know?
I know.
You have to be yourself, and she totally takes hold of who she is, and just like she is who she is, and I think that's awesome.
Okay, who's your movie star crush? Do you have one?
Zac Efron.
Is it the abs or the singing, or you know what is it?
Or all of the above? Or Dylan O'Brien, either one.
Oh, I don't know him. What's he from?
Maze Runner.
Oh,
that one?
Yes, I know Maze Runner. Yeah. And what about Mom? Who's your crush? Like, who would you like die for her to work with? Like, oh my gosh.
Probably Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, then, you know, from
or
your
Robert Redford.
Or Robert Redford. The Sundance Kid. Yeah, for sure. Now, have you seen a lot of older movies?
Like, I've seen a couple.
Like what's an older movie to you?
Oh, geez, I feel like I'm going to say something.
No, it's okay. No, I'm just curious.
We always get a kick out of this.
Yeah, we do. What's like an older movie?
Well, I like Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh.
Okay.
That's old for everybody.
Yeah. That's an old movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking with Mom, you're cheating.
Is it called Turner and Hooch? Yeah.
Turner.
That one kills me. It's so sad.
Started out good. Yeah, this one.
You are absolutely adorable. Please check out Hailey Soul on Wet Hot American Summer, first day of camp. The follow-up to, what is it? Follow-up? The last day of camp. Yeah, that's fantastic. And it starts on July 31st on Netflix. So cool. You are absolutely, you're going to have a big, long career, because also you've got a great face. I mean, besides the eyelashes, you look like you could do period work. You know, you have a blank canvas kind of face, so you can see your emotions and everything else. It's wonderful. How about animation? How about a voice in like a Pixar film?
Fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
You have an adorable voice, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much. Check it out. You're listening to The Marilu Henner Show, and I'm Marilu.